Okay, so let's start our session from statistics and make sure that join the session in time, guys. So if you're not, if you're joining with some late, then it could be effect for the things. So what we can do, try to join the in time. So fine. So
Good morning, Anju.
yeah, good morning. Right, both.
Hey, Anjan, good morning. Good evening, Chiru.
Hi, Mother, how are you? Yep.
I'm good, Anjan. Thank you.
So fine, right? So in the last session, I think so. We started understanding of statistics. Is it correct or not? Okay.
Yes, we have discussed for two types of statistics.
Yeah. So basically, statistics means it could work on data only. Okay. So like collection and like what is statistics as a question, then you have to answer it like collection of data and organize that particular data and analyze that particular data. And we would like to go for present that particular data so that mainly what we can do if you want to go in what exactly inside of the data, if you want to know, then with help of the statistics, we can do it. So the selection, organizing and analyzing and presenting, it depends upon those are requirement. So basically the statistics we are using in everywhere, even your individual, even your the entrepreneur or else even your employee, then statistics is a necessity. Okay. And it is a daily part of that. It's a daily part of life. Okay. So when I'm talking about this particular statistics, like I already told you that it could be like, two type of statistics are there. One is the descriptive statistics and second one is the inferential statistics, right? So coming to that descriptive statistics, so the data what we have it that we would like to go for describe with help of some kind of graph and charts and whatever it is. Okay. And coming to that inferential statistics, with help of the data, what we can do, we can able to go for forecast or else find some kind of decision making and you can future predictions. Okay. So that we can do with help of inferential statistics. Okay. So I already told you, even it is the inferential statistics, even it is the, descriptive statistics, there we need to go for work with the data, right? Okay. So basically, the data, we would like to segregate into two ways, two types. One is the quantity, quantitative, quantitative. Second one is qualitative.
Qualitative.
Okay. So first one is the quantitative, second one is qualitative. So the main difference between the quantitative and qualitative here, it could be number actually. So the data, it could be in the format of continuous. The data, it could be like, continuous. Okay. Then that kind of data, we can call it as the quantitative data. And when the data, it could be something like, character type or categorical type, then we can simply say that it's a qualitative data. Okay. Like I just want to give some example for more understanding of quantitative data and the qualitative data. And I want to find the salary. Okay. I want to find the salary of an employee. So here the salary, it could be number or category. It's a number, right? So salary, it
Number.
could be the number, right? So I want to find the salary of one specific employee or else salary of no employees there. That salary, it would be a number. So that you can say it's simply a quantitative data. Okay. Qualitative data in the sense, same thing I can say, what is the range of the salary, whether it is a low salary, whether it is the high salary, or whether it is the medium salary. So here also we are talking about salary only, but there it could be some kind of categories. The salary, it could be the low, the salary, it could be the medium, the salary, it could be high. So when I'm talking about the salary, order like low, medium, high. These are the three things. You can simply say that it's a qualitative data. Okay, clear or not? So I hope you understood the difference between the quantitative data and the qualitative data, right? Right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Quantitative talking about the numerical information and qualitative talking about the
categories, labels.
categories. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So qualitative, it could be a data. The data it was like names, labels, and some categories. So like eye color, gender, and so breed of dog, level of education, marital status, and these all things it could be like categories. Okay. Coming to the quantitative data, like number of employees in a organization, and the number of square feet of house, and the population size of the city, and age and the height of an individual person. Okay, that everything it could be part of quantitative data. So I clearly explained that what are the type of data we have it like qualitative data and quantitative data, right? So this data you would like to go for summary. You have to go with summarize that particular data. How we can able to summarize the data? Are you following my point? So I already told you data, it could be like, two types, quantitative as well as qualitative. So how we can able to summarize the data? At what basis we can summarize the data? See, so when you want to summarize the data, so the data, most of the data we can summarize, only quantitative data. Sorry, quantitative data. So quantitative means the data, it could be something like a numerical thing. Okay, when the data it was in a numerical thing, then that type of data only we can summarize, and we might have more matrices. And even you can summarize qualitative data also. Even we can summarize the qualitative. Even you can summarize the qualitative data. Mhm. Okay, so when you're talking about quantitative and qualitative, okay, oh, just 1 second. Just 1 second, guys.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So, guys, whatever the data we have it was two types, right? Quantitative and qualitative. This data we can summarize, and if you are not summarized, then it could be very tough to understand the data. Okay. So the necessity of summarize the data for better understanding, and so how the data is distributed, and this everything we need to go for understood with help of the summarization technique. Okay. Then when I'm talking about quantitative data, we can summarize in a two ways. One is for measure of central tendency, measure of central tendency. Second one is measure of distribution or dispersion. Okay. So first one is the central tendency, measure of central tendency, and measure of distribution. So with help of these two techniques, any quantitative data, we can summarize it. Okay. And coming to that qualitative data, we can have only one option to summarize, and that it could be like, frequency table and or else a relative frequency table. Clear, right? Okay. So like if you have a data, it was quantitative and qualitative. If the quantitative, if you want to summarize your data and if you want to do some kind of summarization with a to your data, then we can use the central tendency and the dispersion. So what is central tendency? What is dispersion, that we can talk. And coming to that, qualitative data, we can use the frequency table or else a relative frequency table only for understanding the any kind of qualitative data. We have only that kind of matrices. We have only one matrices is there for summarizing of your qualitative data. Okay. Like I can explain you, like, in a further session I can explain you like measure of center tendency and measure of dispersion. But at this moment, at what level we can do the measurements? Okay, what level we can do the measurements? So here we have data, right? Like, the data, it was nominal, and the data we can have the four different data measurements. Okay, data measurements, how we can do that measure, how we can measure the data. Okay, when we have a qualitative data, quantitative data, when it comes to the data measurement, okay, it was four measurements actually. One is the nominal data. Okay, what it is? Nominal data measurement. Second one is ordinal. Ordinal. So these two are qualitative. It's a part of qualitative. Okay. And we have two more things are there, and interval, and next one is the ratio. Okay. These two are the quantitative. Okay. Quantitative. Like nominal in the sense, there is no order. There is no order. For example, the student order, I mean, the student names, the names of the students, the names of the employees. Okay, that it could be like, there is no order. It's just a names, city names, and colors names. Okay, so those things we can simply say that it's a nominal data. Clear, right? Nominal in the sense, the variable, it could hold no genders or else eye colors and blood type and the place you're living, and so those things actually that we can call it as the nominal data. When you're talking about nominal data, we can do only two type of matrices only we can apply. One is the count, and the second one is the mode. Okay, and count in the sense, number of records we have it, that we can say that it's a count. And mode in the sense, the most frequently occurred record, that we are calling it's a mode. Okay, when the data which is the nominal data, then we can do only two statistics. One is the count and second one is the mode. Clear? Any questions?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. Now coming to that ordinal data, ordinal in the sense, which should have some kind of order, like rating of the movie. Okay, like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, right? Okay, and the range of the height, like no low height and medium height and tall, I mean short and tall and medium, and the range of the salary, like low, medium, high, Okay, there it could be some kind of order or not, and the players ranking in the cricket team. Okay, that it could be order. So when when you want to measure the data, so the measurement scale that we can do a label variable in an ordinal scale that have the natural order, but no quantifiable, like we cannot do that. Some, for example, the ranking, the rank of okay, rank card or rank in MSET or else JEE mains. Okay, rank in some exam. So is it possible to do that? Rank of one person and rank of another person. Can you do the sum? Is it possible? Tell me, guys.
Mhm.
So you
Rank of
have a
one
ranking,
person
right?
plus
So
another
when
one.
you write on one particular exam, okay, there it could be some kind of ranks, right? Okay, second rank, first rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth rank, like we have it, right? So is it possible for some of the ranks of each and every individuals? No, we cannot do that sum of the ranks. Okay, like
Okay.
no,
Mm.
something it could be something like order, and it could be something like number only, but it is not having order. I mean, it is not having the quantifiable. Like we cannot do that. Some those things. Okay, so we can do only some operations, some kind of statistics like median and mode, and these things we can calculate. The median and mode, these are the two measurements we can perform on ordinal data. Ordinal data, it's a type of qualitative data. Okay, so that we can do only median and mode, we cannot do that mean. For example, I just give you some kind of data, rank in rank or employee rank in a company. Okay, so first rank and second rank, third rank, fourth rank, and fifth rank. There could be four ranks. Okay, like one person, I mean, different person have the same rank. Okay, and okay, so this time three is the mode, and one, two, like here we can find the median value, the middle value. Okay, like one to two, and here coming to that, four, five, and one, two, and yes, sum of these three, and here a median also. I can tell you what is mean and what is median. That is the statistical terms. But when the data it was like categorical data, and that it's ordinal data, then we can perform only mode and median. Okay, like the third type of quantitative, coming to the quantitative, we have two things like intervals and the ratio. And the label variable have the natural order, and it could be quantifiable difference between the values, and no true zero value, like temperature. Okay, so when we have a temperature and a credit score. Okay, credit score, and okay, sat score. Okay, and so is there any chance, like below minus? Okay, so when coming to the credit score, okay, is there any chance, like the minimum score for the credit in between 300, it's not less than 300, right? Okay, something which never fall in zeros. Okay, negatives, I mean minuses, then no true zero value. Okay, then that kind of data we can call it as the intervals. That kind of data we can call it as the intervals. Okay.
Yeah, Anjan, sorry to interrupt you.
Mhm.
Can you do this in the some Word document? It will be better and it will be clear. So
Documents means like this
no,
information.
no, yeah, you're writing the classification and all you are explaining, right? That can
Mm-hmm.
you keep in any text or Word document? It will be.
Okay, got you. Um, like I can give you my notes. Okay, so you can go ahead. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So like when the data it was non true, no true zero values, that we are calling it intervals. When the data it was intervals, we can do some kind of statistics like mean, median, mode, and standard deviation, that it is possible. And last but not least, it was ratio. When the level of measurement it was a ratio, like it could be like true zero value, cannot be value below the zero. Okay, sorry. In when comes to the interval, that value true zero value in the sense No true zero value in the sense value can be a below zero and height and weight can't have the okay. So true, the difference between the true zero true zero value. This is a term we need to remember it. Okay. True value zero means, and we cannot have the below zero. Okay. You can take any data and it could not have the below zero. It is not even possible. Okay. That we are calling it same true zero value. And here the examples are height and weight and length. So is there any chance of the height of any person? It could be the below zero. Is there any chance of any person, the height
No,
of the
generally it will
person is a below zero? No, right? Okay.
not possible.
The weight of the person, the weight of any object, it could be like, positive number only, right? There is no zero, right? And the length also, right? Okay. So those kind of data, we can call it as the ratio. Okay. When the data,
Yes,
it was
yes.
true zero value in the sense we cannot have value below zero, that we are calling it say true zero value. So the type of data we are calling it say ratio data. When comes to the interval, no true zero value. That means there could be a chance of the data, it could be negative, like temperature. Okay. And when you're writing some exams like gate exam, something else, okay, you might be getting a score minus also, right? Negative score also. You might be getting a score for negative also, right? Yes or no? Okay, if you write most of the questions, if you return the wrong answer, then you might be getting the negative score, right? SAT score and credit score, temperature. Okay, so that kind of data we are calling it same. No true zero
Yes,
value.
yes.
No true zero value means there could be a chance the data it was negative. Okay, that type of data we are calling it say interval data. Okay. So if it is a ratio, we can perform all type of statistics. We can perform all type of statistics. Clear? Any questions so far?
Yeah.
For example, I have a data something like this: 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 5, and 9, and 7, something like this. I have data something like this. Okay. I want to do that, describe the distribution, how the data it was how the data is distributed. Okay. So I would like to go for describing the distribution of data. So how we can able to describe? Okay, describing the okay distribution. Distribution in the sense how the data it was spread. How the data it was spread. Okay. There are different formulas or else, four mainly the four things it could help you for to describe your data, how it was distributed. The first one is the shape of the distribution. Once if you plot that particular data, then it could have some kind of the data if you plot it. Okay, so you will be getting the distribution something like this. Okay, so the data it was symmetrically distributed. That means here the mean, median, mode values, it could be middleware. Okay, exactly same. So when the mean, median, mode is same, and the left side shape and right side shape it was equal and say same, then this kind of distribution we are calling it same. Okay, and symmetrical distribution. And if sometimes the data it was distributed something like this. Okay, it's a skewed, it's a left skewed, I think it's a left skewed. Okay, right skewed in the sense, so the data it was peak in one level and it was go down in a right side actually. So this is right skewed. Okay, see, this is one type of shape, and this is one type of shape, and this is one type of shape, right? So with help of the shape parameter, we can differ we can you can talk about your data actually. Okay, and that is the one thing. And second one is outlier. So it's a very important parameter. Outlier. Outlier. Okay, for example, you distributed the data something like this, and after some time, and um, just okay, so it was See, you can see here we have some data. It was distributed somewhere else, right? So most of the data was in one where, okay, most of the data it was in one place, and some of the data it was in some far, you know, it is having some kind of more distance, right? Okay, so most of the data it was distributed here, and some portion of the data it was distributed in somewhere else. So this kind of term we are calling it a outlier. Okay, are there any outlier are present in a distribution or not, that you need to know actually when you are describing your data. And first thing is that you need to go for find the shape, and second one is we need to go for check is there any kind of outliers are there or not. Okay, and the center value, mean median mode, median mode, okay, that we can call it as the center value. Okay, so third parameter it was center. Okay, when you are talking about center, we have three parameters are there: mode, median, okay, mean. So these are the three parameters. With the help of these three parameters we can find the the center value. Okay, and next one is the spread. Okay, so when you're talking about the spread, so here we have some kind of parameters like range, and range in the sense here we have the data it was 5 6 7 8 9, right? So 5 to 9. Okay, this is the range of the data. And min, max, and interquartile range. Okay, IQR. And so like we have various spread parameters are there. Okay, spread matrices are there. Okay, like range, IQR, standard deviation, variance. Those are the things we can talk about the spread. See, what I'm trying to tell you guys, when you're talking about the describe, when you want to describe your data, okay, when you want to describe your data, okay, so here we have four parameters we need to remember it, or four things we need to remember it. The first one is the shape, and second one is the outlier, third one is the center, and fourth one is the spread. With the help of these four parameters, and we can describe your data. Okay, let me take some example, and I would like to go for describe my data. Okay. Mm, okay, like okay. Alright. See, so you can go on the insert and plot economy. See, you can see this graph. Okay, this chart will describing that how the data it was distributed, the shape. Okay, so here the shape is, so it was something like my parameter. You just see this data. Okay, so it was something like this, right? It was right skewed. The data it was right skewed. So this is the shape, and I want to find the outliers. No, don't worry about this graphs actually, so I can explain in upcoming sessions. And I'm just showing you that how what are the parameters are there and how we can distribute your data. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, and I would like to go for insert, and here if you want to find the outliers, there we have the mm, getting calls. So, hello.
Hello.
Okay, see, so this is the one graph. This chart will help you to find that, is there any kind of outliers? Okay, see, most of the data it was distributed here. Okay, but some portion of the data it was some far away from this area, right? So you can see this entire data, this data we can call it as the outlier. That means the data of price variable, it could have some kind of outliers. Okay, and this is the mean value. So this central point is there, right? This is your mean value. So finding the mean, we might finding the center value, we might have the mean, median, and those things we have it. Like we have the range and range function and standard deviation, and those things also could be there for spreading. Okay, so these two things are graphs actually. So okay, so let me take it this example and find the mean. Okay, if you want to find the mean, then we just take that, average. So here average, and take this one and you can enter it. So 9087, it's my mean value, and the median. So if you want to find the median, then we have a direct function is there in SQL, sorry, Excel. And this way you can find that mean. Here the mean is high and mean is high and the median is low. So, and so if you want to find the mode also, so actually for mode, it is not good for continuous data. It is good for categorical data, even though you can find that. Yes, this way you can find the mean, median, mode. Okay, and we might have some kind of spread. We have some kind of spread options are there and functions are there. So range. So min max. So minimum value and so max value. The difference between the min and max, or else from min and max, that we are calling it's a range. Okay, so these are parameters we can. So the minimum value is, I mean, the price range of the Airbus is like 1759. The highest, the max price of the Airbus is it was 79,512. Okay, so the data it was distributed with this range only. Okay, 1759 to 79,512. Okay, and meanwhile we could have some kind of variation, variance. Okay, and so how the data it was distributed with help of the variance we can find out actually. Okay, like variance, standard deviation. So standard deviation, even standard deviation, variance, it could be the almost same, but that it could be the one is the square term, one is the root square term. Okay, like 4611, the data it was variated and with standard deviation of 4611. Okay, so like I'm trying to tell you here. Okay, so you might have some kind of parameters, you might have some kind of matrices are provided by the statistics, and with help of those parameters we can easily describe your data. You can easily describe your data. Okay, clear? Any questions so far? Is there any questions?
No, Anjan, we are getting it.
Okay,
Maybe it would be great if you could upload yesterday's and today's video as well.
sure, I can do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, so I think I don't want to be make you too complicated. I can share with these two videos and go on find these things like give me some time. Okay, fine guys. I can share you these two classes recordings into our playlist, and you can share your mail IDs so that I can share with you that recordings. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Okay, Anjan. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.